Hello, welcome back to Lone Zone. So I made a video last week that was called Drama, and I talked about drama. Big surprise. This week, I think maybe it'll come out this week. Sometime soon, this video will come out, and it's about ego. The definition of ego being, if you're a dumbass, a person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance. I have Kaz here to talk a little bit about it with me. And yeah, I just want this to be like a chill discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been accused of having a high ego, to say the least. So I thought this
Yeah.
would be a good topic to lead with. I think that where a lot of ego comes from is just like what you're good at, and a good way to fix someone's ego is to, well, let me just give an example. So when I played Smash, I thought, I beat the fuck out of David every single time. And he'll tell you constantly. I'd say it's probably 80 to 20 for our matches. When I played like people that were better than me and I got 3-stocked myself, it completely changed my worldview about the game. And I feel like a lot of people have that. You go to your fucking local tournament and you just get clobbered. Or maybe you're doing well in school, you get straight A's, and then you get a C on a test. And it just changes your entire worldview. And yeah, I feel like that's happened to most everybody. I've seen memes about it all the time. Of like the thing where like you get put into the gifted class or whatever, and then you get really shitty grades, and you're like, oh wait a minute, I probably should not be in this class. Like they put me in gifted math class in like 4th grade, and in 6th grade they were combining the two, so you had to be in both gifted classes, and they said, you're not gonna be able to handle the reading class. Like, you're not smart enough. Like, you can do the math, sure, but like you're not gonna be able to handle that. And then I realized that I was better reading and writing than I was at math, and that still is the same. But
Right.
yeah, I think it's a good. You go.
Yeah. Okay. So I think I think when it comes to the whole Smash thing, um I think you have more confidence than it is an ego. And I think confidence and an ego gets confused a lot because confidence is more like internal, and then when it turns into an ego, it's like an attitude projected onto
Yeah.
others. Like that's kind of
I want to talk about that a little bit
what
too.
I would define
That's a very
as it
niche
is.
idea of like that egoism is not your true self, but the self that you portray to other people.
Right.
Which is, there's the self and the
That's
ego.
why I
Very
specified
basic
that it was like
psychology.
an attitude.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think ego can be a good thing. It can be a bad thing.
Right.
When you go into a conversation and you're like, I am better than this person, you are always not going to get anything out of that conversation or discussion or anything.
You gotta go into really any conversation, just like
Well, I think
thinking maybe this person's smarter than me. You know,
not even
like
that.
no matter who
Not
it
even
is,
that. Not even that. It's just like
maybe they know more than me. Like
go
whatever
into
may
it thinking maybe this person knows something I don't. And the funny
Right.
thing is 100% of the time they're going to know something you don't.
be. Yeah,
Just something at least.
I think there's like everyone knows at least one thing that I don't.
Yeah. I think a good example, a lot of people go into classrooms and think this teacher's fucking stupid and like I know so much more than them. Like I shouldn't even pay attention. That's kind of a shitty attitude to have. Like I think a lot of older teachers, like I had this teacher my 8th grade year, I won't drop his name, but he was very old and he was probably my favorite, at least top 5 teacher I've ever had. And a lot of
I
people didn't
definitely
take
know who
him
you're talking
seriously.
about.
A lot of people didn't take him seriously because he was a lot older. He was in his last year. But he had so much more to say than what we were learning in class. And when you really pay attention to what a person is saying and you really get an insight into that person, it's really interesting, and it can build a lot of character to yourself.
Yeah.
And maybe
I'm very excited for a certain teacher next year because I
So,
know
yeah,
that he'll teach me a lot.
because like if you just listen to the surface of someone, their ego, you're not gonna get everything that they are. You're not gonna get everything out of them. You want to learn more of their self, in a way.
Right.
Yeah. I don't have a lot more to say. I mean, I think that that's pretty much sums it
To
up.
really get into it, at least there's definitely more.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot more, but I wanted this series to be like a little bit of a just my thoughts, and in this case also Kaz's thoughts, and like a little bit of the backstory of the word, and that's it. I don't want this to be like 20 minutes.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a 15-minute video of us
Yeah.
blabbing
So
about shit.
if you guys like this, we can do this like very often. It's very low production, but I think it's insightful. Yeah. Adios, Ka.